We find a lot of our clients postpone getting a paint job done to their building because they might be uncertain about the cost or the scope of what is involved. Unfortunately, as a result of this, what often happens is minor issues such as hairline cracks, blistering or flaking of the paint can turn into more serious structural issues such as concrete cancer. As a result of this, something that might be a simple paint job now with a few minor rectifications can turn into a costly exercise that involves structural remediations. In this episode, you're going to learn 3 simple steps you can carry out to discover whether or not it's the right time for you to start considering a paint job. My name's Jared Woodbine. I'm the Managing Director of Alltech Coatings. Our goal is to empower you with the right knowledge you need to make sound decisions when it comes time to repainting your property. One of the number one questions everybody has when it comes time to thinking about painting their property is how much is it going to cost? Fortunately, if you plan ahead, it doesn't cost as much as what you might think. For most properties, we've found that just $1 a day per unit or dwelling is more than enough to cover the paint job when the time comes around. For most typical high-rise dwellings, you have an apartment or a unit that has one balcony. Often these structures range anywhere from $2,500 to $3,500 per dwelling to paint. As a rule of thumb, if the building has been well maintained with regular washes, you should get anywhere from 10 to 12 years out of the lifespan of your paintwork. So if we look at that in terms of even numbers, you're talking about $3,500 per unit over the course of 10 years, roughly $350 per year, or less than $1 a day per apartment. If it's been more than 10 years since your property is being painted, you should contact a professional to do an on-site assessment to see if now is the right time to paint for you. However, if you were already starting to notice minor issues such as hairline crack, bubbling or flaking of the paint, we recommend that you call the painting professional immediately to ensure that these issues aren't going to progress into something that is going to become a more serious structural issue. So if it's been 10 years since you've painted your property, or you're starting to notice that the paint is becoming chalky, or you've seen some cracks or other failures to the paint, contact us, and often over the phone our staff are able to jump straight on the 3D satellite imaging and give you a rough idea of how much you might be looking to budget for your paint job. As part of the initial consultation, we would also get Dulux to come out and give you an independent site report and draw up a specification you can use to know exactly what's required to bring your building up to speed.